Good morning, everyone. It is Valentine's Day. It's a special day for most couples. Dan and I are here with the Marriage, Life, and More podcast, and we just wanted to throw out a small little Valentine's podcast this morning. So what I'm going to do is just go into a small devotion, and then we're going to kind of just make things up as we go this morning. So for February 14th, my devotional reads, Day of Love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God. And whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. And that's out of 1 John 4:7-8. This day of love often carries many emotions, some positive, others not. It can be exciting for those falling in love, nostalgic for those who have been in love, disappointing for those who have not yet found love, and sorrowful for those that have lost love. Take the romantic notion out of it, and love is still at the core of our beings. We recognize it through our relationships with family and friends. Love is to be celebrated, but let's be reminded of where love comes from. It comes from God, and He alone is the only true example of it. Whatever love camp you're in today, remember that God is the one who is always faithful. He is the one that keeps His promises, and He will forever show His love to the world. What about your part? Are you able to show your love for God today?
That's really good.
I thought so too. And that fit perfect with Valentine's Day.
It did. So Michelle got up a couple mornings ago, and she told me, she said, so we're going to do a podcast for Valentine's Day. And she wanted to know if I could still write a poem. And so I told her, I'm like, I don't know if I can still write a poem. I've been married a long time now, and you kind of forget about that stuff after a while. Because I know if you guys have been listening to our series, you know, she told you how I used to be real sentimental and wrote poems and stuff, and I don't do it anymore. So I told her, I said, okay, we're going to go for this. So she decided that we was going to record this for Valentine's Day, and she's going to run the show. So
yes,
so
I'm
what's
running
next?
So I have pulled off some conversation hearts for couples. And so if you're listening to this podcast, if you're by yourself, write some of these down. Take it home. Let your spouse ask these questions. So I kind of asked these earlier to Daniel, and he just kind of looked at me and he's like, where did you get these from? And I just started laughing. I'm like, well, I got it from someplace good, but okay. I'm like, it took him forever to answer some of these. So I'm just going to kind of throw some stuff out there. You may hear some good mushy stuff and you may not. So, and I may get the look from him. So
You may hear pass.
So let's see. Okay, so pick which you'd rather receive. A long love letter with lots of details, or a long voicemail from yours truly.
So my wife knows how I feel about the phone. And so I would have to say that probably a love letter.
Yeah.
Because I really detest having to sit and talk on the phone, listen to voicemails, answer the phone. I worked at a job for a long time where I had to answer a lot of phone calls and angry clients and everything else. And that really burnt me out on the phone. So I would say probably love letters would be my preferred option on that one.
That would be the same for me as well. I prefer my love letters. I like to keep those so that I can go back and read them. They're just kind of a memory for me. And when I see that you personally took time to handwrite it, it means a lot to me versus you can talk to, in your phone.
Right.
It just means a lot more to me.
Yep.
So what's your favorite color on me?
That'd probably be red.
Why?
My Lady in Red.
Oh,
There's a rock song about that, I think.
I have no idea if there is.
Lady in Red.
Look at you, guys.
Even sing it to you.
Okay. Well,
That's all I know of the song. So
okay.
had to go look the lyrics up on the internet.
Well, my favorite color on you is green. I feel like it really brings out your eyes, or blue. You have kind of that mystery eye color of multiple colors: brown, green, blue. I mean, it's just, and I think it goes by whatever mood he's in. But I like green on him. He looks good in green.
You ever seen red in my eyes?
Only when you're mad. It's actually more on your
Okay,
face than your eyes. Like, I can tell by that vein on your forehead.
I'm just making sure my colors are still working.
Oh, okay. If you could eat only one cuisine for the rest of your life, which would you choose? We all know this one. If you're close to Daniel, you're going to know it.
Yep. Tacos.
Tacos for the win.
That's right.
I could fix tacos every night and he'd be perfectly happy.
Yep. I like Mexican in general,
Yeah.
but tacos are my favorite.
Yeah.
So, with the homemade shells.
Yes. And you make a mean homemade shell. So we were laughing about this one earlier because neither one of us, I asked him, I said, do you like it better when I massage your back or your feet? Which one would you prefer right now? And we both laughed because neither one of us touch each other's feet.
No. And I don't get a back massage very often
And
either.
you don't give me one either. So it works out perfectly.
So we'll just fantasize about which
yes,
one
yes.
feel better.
Let's see. How do you dream God will use our marriage?
Well, I think that he's brought us to a point that he's going to use our marriage as our testimony.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we can help others, hopefully, that are maybe going through stuff that we're going through, or if they hear our horror stories, that they'll decide that, hey, I don't want to go that route.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to make sure that I take care of issues and take care of things as they come up. And so that's the whole purpose of, the things that we go through in life, we can turn around for the good. And that's how I look at it, according to our marriage.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What's your favorite face I make at you? Notice he's laughing already. This is kind of scary, actually.
So I like when I tell her a dumb joke.
Yes.
Or a dad joke, something that I know that she's going to think's really stupid. And then she gives me that face that I don't even know how you describe it.
It's just a look like that was dumb.
Yeah, it's like that was the dumbest thing
As
ever
he's
heard.
sitting over there rolling.
And so the more dumb look that I can get, that's probably my favorite. I try to top that every day.
And he does. I'll just look at him like, I don't get it, and that was stupid. Like, why would I waste my energy even laughing?
Yeah.
And he's over there dying laughing, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see.
And I told her, I said, how many questions do you have?
I'm actually trying not to ask all of them.
She just kept whipping these pages out with all these hearts and questions.
Ooh.
My goodness gracious.
Get a little steamy because it's Valentine's Day. When did you first kiss me?
That would probably have been around 2001, the year before we got married.
Okay, and let's see. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Probably, I'm told a lot that I'm smart. So that would probably be one of the ones I've gotten the most from just random people. I guess that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think probably my best compliment is that I have a giving heart.
Yep.
And so
I've heard a lot of people tell you that.
I cherish that because I don't want it to be about me. So that's one of my best compliments. What's your favorite birthday memory do you have since we've been together? And his birthday's in August, everybody. So we don't do a whole lot in August, even for his birthday.
No, I've stopped those birthdays.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
They don't come around anymore.
He does not like celebrating his birthday at all.
So actually,
he tries to make sure we're always gone.
Yeah, we haven't really done a whole lot on my birthday over the years, but here about 2 or 3 years ago, we went to Arkansas to Hot Springs and stayed for the weekend. Went to the Ouachita Mountains, done some kayaking, and I mean that was a blast. Really phenomenal trip. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest trips we've taken on my birthday as well. Mm-hmm. That was actually right at that time frame. But yeah, that's probably one of the best memories that I have for that.
Daniel got a 2-for-1 for my birthday. So he got our anniversary on March 9th and my birthday's March 13th. So it's all in a week's time. So he kind of gets lucky with it. But we usually go down to bed and breakfast in Branson and just kind of spend time together. And sometimes it's snowing and sometimes it's great weather. But a couple of years ago, we went on a cruise with my brother and his wife and kids and my mom. And I absolutely had a blast.
Yep.
It was a blast.
Yep, those are always good times.
Yes, I would have to say that's my most memorable one.
Yep.
So this is the last question. And it's not on the sheet, so I'm going to put you on the spot. What made you choose me?
What made me choose you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like when I first met you, I don't want to say it was love at first sight, but it almost kind of was. I mean, I really just, ever since I've met you, I've just had a drawing to you. And as time went along and I got to know you more and more and more, I think I realized more that I wanted to spend my life with you. And so I feel like God put us together.
Yeah.
I think we both kind of messed that up at the beginning because we didn't really follow through with that and, got married to other people and went different directions. Because honestly, I mean, even before we got married the first time, we were really good friends. Mm-hmm. I mean, we knew each other pretty well by then. And so I really feel like I think God had us pegged for each other all along.
Yeah.
But it just kind of had a delayed happening. It just didn't happen when it should have. But so that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. I would think for myself, your laughter's it's those jokes that you make, and I just look at you and give you that weird look.
I am quite the comedian.
You are, and that's really what drew me. I mean, I'm just like, I love him. I'm like, I laughed her. But I would have to say, through everything we went through and going back, I would have to say it's your heart now, because you're a man after God's heart, and you literally, I see things that you sacrifice in order to do what God has for you. And I just love that. I love the man that you've become. I love the fact how much you love me, how much you love our family, how much you love people. It's just changed over time. And I don't know for other couples, maybe you've been married short time, maybe you've been married like 20 years, 20 to 30 years, and maybe it's been a long time. But I'm curious, does your love, like how you see them and what's attracted you to them at the beginning, is still the same as it is later down on the road? Because I feel like ours has kind of changed. I mean, your laughter still gets me to this day. I love listening to you laugh. Absolutely. And the smile on your face. Like, you don't get wrinkles like I do because I like to smile. But when you laugh and smile and you're over there and your tears are coming down your eyes because something's a corny joke or you're just laughing at something someone said, and it's just so much fun. the joy it brings out of you. Just laugh and laugh and laugh. I start laughing, but I wonder if everybody really does have that same, or does it change for couples?
Yeah. And I think for us, it's gotten better.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we felt like we had strong feelings when we first got together, and I do feel like we did, but life got in the way.
Yeah.
And bad choices got in the way. And that pretty much at some point there redirected the priorities. And we kind of got our marriage out of whack a little bit.
Yeah.
But once we got it back together and started back down the path that we were supposed to be on, I've grown to love you more than I could have ever imagined at this point. And I'm so thankful that God put us together. I'm so thankful that we finally decided to listen and take the path that He put us on. And, I pray that other couples have that same result. The longer that they're together, that they continue to grow together, not only just in family-wise, but in love.
Yeah.
And the closeness of their hearts.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a knock-knock joke.
Oh, boy.
Yes. So, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Luke.
Luke who?
Luke through the keyhole, and you'll find my love waiting on you.
Oh, boy. That deserves a sound effect. So this is one of those jokes that if I would have told her, I would have got that awesome look that I love to get from her.
Okay, so you know how he talked about the poem thing at the very beginning? Well, I don't necessarily write poems. I'm kind of a little... I'm going to let you read yours first because yours is probably more sentimental than mine. And so, is it going to make me cry?
It's a short one. Surely not.
Okay.
So, like I said earlier, she doesn't think I can write poetry anymore. So I decided, well, I'll show her. I can write a poem. And she doesn't know what it is.
No, I have no idea.
I've not let her hear it yet.
No.
So when I got home, she was trying to read me hers. I'm like, no, we're supposed to just keep these secret until we get up to the studio and start recording. But she was all excited to read me all of hers. So I think I've heard all of hers, unless she's got one sneaky there that she hasn't told me. But she has not heard mine. So this is my poem
okay, let's
to
go
Michelle.
So I can hear it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on to your seat. Here we go.
I'm holding on.
My love, my heart, my sweetest grace, no one could ever take your place. Through every laugh, through every tear, you are my joy, my soul's premier. With every touch, with every glance, you fill my world with love's sweet dance. So on this day and all days too, know my heart belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That is so sweet.
I tried.
What book did you get that out of?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh my gosh, guys. See? I mean, girls, find you a husband that will do whether they get it out of a book or whatever. But I know Dan wrote that first. I just know that he wrote that himself.
And we'll never know any different.
I know. I know. Well, don't laugh at me, people, because mine are not as sentimental as his. This is good as it's going to get. Roses are red, violets are blue. And I know what everybody's thinking I'm going to say, but...
My feet stink and so do you.
No.
Oh,
Roses are red, violets are blue. My dog is my favorite, but you're okay too.
Oh, looky there.
Mr. Wilford's my baby.
You outdone my poem.
No, I got another one. Roses are red, violets are blue. Coffee is hot, and so are you.
Oh, boy. Let's get some sweet creamer to throw in that.
I didn't hear a ba-boom thing.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, so my last and final one. Think about the times that Daniel had said he'll give me a joke and I just kind of give him that weird look. So this is going to be one of those. Babe.
Yes.
You may be a little bit strange, but my love for you, it will never change.
Wow. There we go.
And I tell him to drop the bomb, and he didn't do it.
There we go. How's that?
That is it.
That was awesome. You wrote that?
No. I took all those off the internet. I just like those the best because it just fit us.
Yeah.
That's
very true. I like those.
Yeah. So here's my Valentine's to you. My heart I will forever give. And I'm so thankful that I get to share each and every day with you.
Well, the same here.
So
I'm thankful that God's gave me an awesome wife that will stand behind me and support me in things that I do. And even if you don't understand me or get my jokes,
sorry, guys. I try.
that's okay. I still love you anyway.
Good.
I'm making a poem here while I'm talking
I know.
to
I noticed that.
That was kind of ununintentional, but that worked out pretty good.
It really did. You want to keep going?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, I just want to take a moment to tell you guys thank you for listening to us for this. I don't even know how long this podcast is. It was only supposed to be like a 5-minute podcast, but it's probably longer than that.
About 20 minutes past that.
Okay. So we hope you have a great Valentine's Day, whether you're out with your loved one or you're not. We just hope that you take time this day and just soak it in. And just whether, like I said, you're by yourself or with your spouse, but take time to love yourself.
Yep.
And, if you are married, take time to love that spouse.
And don't forget our ultimate Valentine.
Yep.
Make sure you tell God how much you love him today.
Yes.
That's the whole reason we get to have another Valentine's Day.
He should be your first love.
That's right.
So, well, that's it for today. We will look forward to the next podcast, I believe.
Next Thursday.
Yep. And we will be back on. We're getting close to wrapping up the 4 laws of love. And we look forward to having our discussion. And we hope you all have a great weekend. We love you all. And this is Toodaloo.
Yep. Have a happy Valentine's Day.